Hi, welcome to my swale. A swale is like a low point in the land, almost like a big channel, and it tends to be wet. And mine is really wet, so I've been working on putting stuff in there that deals with wet. I got those two beautiful weeping willow trees a couple years ago, birthday presents from my husband. And this year, I can finally walk the path through them to the other half of the property, because the property goes down and up. So I just got this beautiful bridge here. It's 5x4 slab, and then the other bridge is up ahead of it. It's a 6x3, a skinnier bridge at the end of the gravel. So now you can actually go from one side to the other without sinking, which is really cool. And it's not really a stream, it's actually a drainage ditch from the high school, but it has a nice, it just rained last night, so we get a nice little trickling, which is very pleasant to sit by. So, and I started a new stone wall on the side there, in the middle of the swale. So eventually it can kind of be in the swale and doing stuff, and down at the end of it is a Japanese willow, which is really cool, and I think it's grown a foot since I planted it last week. I honestly don't remember bringing anything that big home. It's very cool. I'm discovering there's all different kinds of willows you can get. Pussy willows, weeping, Japanese, blue Arctic, which I might get. All kinds of stuff. So I have fun experimenting and really landscaping what was just a very wet, buggy, yucky ditch. And then there's this mess over here. It's a productive mess. This is they're digging holes for sonotubes for my screen house, which I've been waiting years for. I'm very excited. And this is a nightmare of a project, because digging in this property, which used to be woods, all you run into is like stones that are that big and huge stumps. So my wonderful contractor and his son, Ernie and Clint Pettingill, you guys rock my world. They're working so hard, and now they hit clay, so they got to get the clay hammer and blah blah blah. But it will get done, and there'll be a big party. And here's the rest of the property. All this used to be very wet woods. Now we got lawns and gardens, horseshoe pits, all kinds of good stuff. So this is my sanity. When I don't feel like doing anything else, I like being out here working. And this is my pagoda dogwood tree. It's one of the first dogwoods that you could ever plant in Maine. I think there's others now that will grow here, but this is pretty. And that big rock, which was dug up from the property when they made the lawn, and underneath it is Maggie's little hidey hole. She loves to dig under things, so we give her places to dig. And I have a nice little shade garden under the tree, which actually did quite well. So, lots of stuff going on. Oh yeah, and eventually I'm going to put a water feature down here. It's really wet, you can't really do too much else. It's very soggy, especially after it rains, so there'll be electricity in the screen house, so you could just hook up a pump and have a nice little water feature, something shallow so the girls can play in it. Sorella anyway. And that will be nice. Originally I was going to put the water feature up here, have like a waterfall thing going on, and then falling into a thing here. But with the wet ground below, it's so much easier just to put a water feature right near the screen house with the electricity. So I'm reseeding this. Lou's little garden will be lawn. And I think I'm going to make what was going to be my waterfall into, I'm going to cheat and make it one of those like Japanese, what they call those dry streams. So it sort of looks like a dried up stream with a little bridge over it. That's cheating, but that's okay. I can cheat. I've earned that right. And that's a beautiful new deck Clint and Ernie almost finished with. You could see through it, but it's safe for the dogs, so that's cool. And the garden's coming along. Sort of in the middle now between blooms. The bee balm isn't out yet. Some stuff is past. That's phlox. It's pretty. That will come up soon. Bellflower's coming up soon. Delphinium's up. Oh, and this is lemon balm. It's not real colorful, but man, it smells good and it spreads. All kinds of nifty little stuff. Beautiful stone steps. Those were all dug out of the backyard. We got the backhoe in, so very cool stuff. And my hostas. So that's my piece of heaven. Enjoy.